plan of the day: coffee, practice, eat, practice until we cannot anymore. So I'll keep you posted a little bit later. Somebody also woke up. Trying to read the notes from my phone is like it's so small, but whatever. I usually like to take some studies, particularly this one of Napoleon Coste, because you can practice with different fingerings of the right hand, and it gets really tricky with some combinations, so it does really help to work a lot the independence, stopping bases, and regularity, because it's a very rhythmical study. Probably now I'm gonna take parts of my solo program that I have to prepare for my final master exam. So the plan is to take some excerpts, some passages that are kind of tricky, and break them down, understand which techniques needs to be polished and worked, and then move on to music and practice more phrasing, structure, articulation, you know. I will actually start with Chacona. I'm gonna start from the end, because actually I made a schema, well, a list, just numbers of the parts of the different sections that I made of the piece, so that it would help me memorization, understanding the structure of the piece. So then I use these sections to work, and normally I mark in different, I don't know if you can see that, I mark in different colors the ones which are especially hard, the ones which have a peculiar technique. Can be an arpeggio to practice, arpeggio form, can be scales, anything particular that calls my attention and that needs work. And yeah, then I take from here, and every time I practice, when I finish, I mark what I feel I need to work next. So now I'm gonna start with that, and probably I'm gonna take some sections of the very end, and yeah, try to improve bit by bit. So I'll tune in after. after full morning of practice, we are ready to go and buy some food. Let's go.
Cheaper than in Netherlands.
So I'm gonna change strings, and I'm going to put Savare strings. It's a very nice brand, and I'm going to use high tension because my guitar is a little bit shorter than, let's say, the neck length is a little bit shorter than what's common, so I prefer high tension to compensate, so they stay as a high normal tension. And I particularly like this new crystal corum because they have the clear nylon trebles, and with the colors of my guitar, carbon strings for the trebles, it's really punchy, so the nylon helps me give a little bit more warmth and warmth to the sound. Also, being spruce, I don't want it to be too bright. This is the kind of set that I use when I travel because they're the kind of strings I like all of them in a pack. They kind of fit very well together in the guitar. When I'm at home, I like to experiment a little bit more, but this for traveling is kind of safe for me because I know that it's gonna work well, so I just put a new set. So I got to do that now, and so I can keep practicing and not play tomorrow completely out of tune. Now at this point, usually I would clean everything. I have some lemon oil I would use, lightly on the fretboard to clean from the playing and maybe a bit dirt or fat that it can accumulate, so it gets clean and most of all hydrated. But I will skip it, so we will just put the new strings and that's it. Time for the basses. Beautiful! This by no means was meant to be a tutorial on changing strings, just show you my way. Now it's time for me to go practice and eventually we will start rehearsal, so I'll catch you up soon. Actually, before I go to practice, I wanted to show you a little thing that I discovered a while ago and which really helps me for the feel of the nail when I'm playing. So what I discovered is if I put a little product like this, I don't know if you can see it, is a transparent protector, and this extra layer a little bit harder, it does helped me a lot to feel, I don't know, more secure, and to me it just makes a very good feeling overall, I don't know, when I touch the string. So I like to put that when I really have to perform. I don't put it all the time. I usually try to play without anything except when I have to perform. The rest of the time I just leave the nails breathe as much as possible. Okay. Weird stuff of guitar players. I think that looks really like a beauty YouTube channel. And I like to put the products that they are a little bit thicker on the nail, so that they don't come off, you know, just the same day that you put it, but that at least it stands during the performance and it stands steady through the whole program. It also dries like super fast. So yeah. So that's my little tip. I hope it can be helpful to someone. And now, time to practice. Time for you to refill energy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Did we bug? Abuelita? She's gone. She disappeared.